It has been a week. It's been a month. I mean, let's be honest, it's been a year. I feel like I cannot catch my breath to save my life, which has led me to really ponder what hip Pilates has taught me that has everything and nothing to do with fitness. And this is something that I'm trying to speak to my classes before we even start and get going. For example, discipline, not the cute kinds like I've got to get up on time, I've got to make it to work, I've got to take the trash out. More like I got to fucking show up when I absolutely do not feel like it, when everything in me says stay in bed or I'd rather be doing anything else, but really showing up on time for whatever that is and showing up for yourself. I think that is something that is so small yet so much everything, and something as an instructor that I think many of us understand is we're not showing up for ourselves, we're showing up for you, and that also translates back to us. And really showing up when everything else seems to be falling apart, because sometimes you can really find a way to work it out on that mat. I mean, most people quit when it gets hard, and hip Pilates is really hard every single time. I think it's also really taught me how to sit in discomfort, not to run from something, not to numb something, not to deal with things in a negative coping mechanism, which is how I used to, but really taking my shit to the mat and running it out there. Whether it's good stuff and I'm celebrating something, whether it's a bad day and I just need to get some frustration or some extra energy out, that is where I go take everything. But also the discomfort of working through a class, especially how I like to teach. It's intense, it's physically, it's emotionally, it's mentally pushing you, and I love it. But really showing up and showing out through that discomfort is going to get uncomfortable. We're going to do holds that you absolutely don't want to do. We're going to be doing repetitions and pulses and cardio that seems like it's never going to end. But understanding that once you can make it through that, I hope you can make it through anything. That's something I always like to start out my classes with early morning is if this is the hardest thing you do today, the rest of your day is going to be pretty fucking easy. Or so I hope. And honestly, it's really taught me how to trust the process. When I started my teacher training, I couldn't do a plank. I couldn't do a push-up. I've got injuries. And I remember my instructor telling me, no, you're going to do them. You're going to keep trying and you're going to get stronger. And that is absolutely true. And it's something I really try to tell new clients or remind regulars that if there's going to be tough days and hard days. There's mornings I wake up to teach and it's like, why do I feel like my body is cement? But we get through it because the next day is a little bit easier. And trusting the process that you might not see results right away, whether that's in mat or in real life, and understanding that there's something that's coming over the peak. It might just take that one class, that one block that really flips that switch for you, and you come out of it like, I fucking did that. And that also absolutely applies to real life. You just keep showing up at the end of the day. And sometimes that is the only reminder I need to keep in my head is you keep showing up for yourself or for somebody else every day. Hip Pilates is so many different facets to a workout and to your mind and body connection that I always like to remind people it's not always just about your body. It's about who you are when things get hard. I think that is one of the biggest things that I've learned throughout my teaching and training journey with hip Pilates is it's changed my life, and I hope that it has absolutely changed anyone's life that has taken a class with me. With that being said, I'll see you on the mat.